7 o'clock, Sunday the 30th. I did get to see my Hermit. As I suspected, Brother Harold wasn't keen on videos, but he gave me an hour and a half of his time and we chatted away. Interesting to hear all about the history of it, the difficulty of getting the vocation of a solitary contemplative recognised in today's church. He's had a complicated path, really, that took him from being, for I think he said 14 years, a member of the Anglican Franciscans based at Allenmouth, to setting up as a hermit and then eventually becoming a consecrated hermit in the Roman Catholic Church. If one had been expecting a sort of naked man grubbing around in a cave, that's not quite the way it is. He seems to be pretty well resourced. I think people are very generous to him, and he's had some significant patronage that's enabled the building of the beautiful church. I did get a photo of that. Nevertheless, applying yourself to the life of prayer in that way for nigh on 40 years is no mean feat, and he had a good down-to-earth, sort of unpretentious way of talking about his life that I found very attractive. So we chatted away. When 5 o'clock came, he said, "Oh, do you want to come to evensong? And does the dog want to come to evensong?" To what, I thought. Turns out the bishop, the Catholic bishop who received him, and I think to whom he made his vow as a consecrated hermit, said that what he needed to do was to continue with the way of praying he'd grown up with. So we had a sort of adapted BCP, I think based on what Walter Freer of Mirfield designed for the Whitby sisters. Those of you who are liturgical anoraks will find that a fascinating detail, as I did. Anyway, so we sang a rather complicated evensong with lots of plain song in this beautiful chapel, surrounded by icons and wonderful furniture in the chapel, designed by, guess who, John Sanders, the organist, the architect of Old St Paul's. And the dog joined us. I've always thought she must be rather a low church dog, because she doesn't seem to like Old St Paul's. She always howls when I try and take her to the office, but maybe she's Orthodox rather than Protestant, because she was very calm. I think maybe the icons helped. Anyway, it seemed a bit of a bizarre thing to be getting stressed about going to see a contemplative, but I was just feeling so tired and a bit sort of worn down, really. Although I'm still achy, I'm hugely relieved that I got there. It was wonderful to meet Brother Harold. Really inspiring, one-off kind of person who I wouldn't have ever come across, in the normal course of my life, I suspect. Not sure how many miles to go to Alnwick, but looking forward to spending the night there, and then heading off down the coast, hopefully as far as Ashington tomorrow.